Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life, and today I want to scrapbook this photo. It is before Jackson was born, and I had been working on his nursery, and I really want to document the fact that how we bought this fox and why I wanted to buy it, because now I have photos of Jackson. I love this fox so much. He actually has the whole nose is like torn off because that was his soother. And I just wanted to make sure to document this, the before and the after sort of thing. And then I had decorated his room with these lanterns that I think are really cool. And then that's the ultrasound photo. So this is the photo I want to scrapbook. I think my goal here is going to be using some banners, like maybe this be the middle photo and then two banners like that, and then a little bit of embellishment up top, and maybe leave the bottom blank. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. I do have this piece of pattern paper by Crate Paper. This is actually a Valentine's Day collection. It's the 14 collection by Crate Paper from 2012. So, you know, a couple of years, but I don't care how old paper is. I'm sure you guys don't either. But what I'm actually thinking is the hearts are beautiful, but these top hearts up here are actually not ones I would lean towards trying to cut out with the color wise. Like in my eye catches this blue and this teal and like this one with the mix and this one. So all of the ones that I would like to cut out to use on other projects are all below here. So what I think I'm going to do is fussy cut out this, and I think if I can show you, this white is not a full 12 by 12 if you can see, but I think it will make a really fun scallop pattern to use at the top as a border. And kind of the colors are a little off, but I think it'll work. And then there's also the scallop down here in the green that I may be able to use as well. So that's kind of my first plan there. I haven't picked anything else out, but I did pick up this, it's by My Mind's Eye, and it's called All Things Silver Die Cuts, which is really cool. And it says over 150 pieces, so there's a lot to pick from. I picked it up at HomeSense, of all places, that I thought was really cool. And the really neat thing about this is it's gold, but I have a gold metallic pen. So if you color on it, it will become gold foil instead of silver. So I really love that. It gives kind of the same effect as gold foil. So if there's something in here I want to use and gold is better than silver for the instance, I'm able to make it gold, which I really love. And this was really cool. I think it only cost me like $3 or something. That was a really, really good deal. And then my other goal is here is I have this gigantic basket of scraps. I know I've shown this before, but it is starting to really build up here. So I think I'm going to make this layout with the exception of that scallop. All of it has to be used from this nice pile of scraps that I have. I just went on a huge shopping spree on scrapbook.com, and I was thinking I was fine. Like I had set my limit, and then when I went to do the fact that I live in Canada, so you know, the Canadian dollar versus the American dollar, I wasn't really thinking. And you know what? I ended up spending, because of the switching it, it cost me an extra $100 just to go from Canadian to American, because our dollar is so low right now. And so that was way more than I had actually intended to spend. So once it all comes in, I will be going on a very, very deep freeze, unless there is some Christmas stuff for December Daily. That's my only exception here. And as the collections come in, I tend to buy them a few months down the road. And if there's things that aren't part of it, like they're sold out, they're sold out. That's fine. I don't have to have everything. But that's kind of where I'm at. And I'll get you guys on fast forward, and I'll show you how this turns out. Thanks everyone for watching. So as you can see, I'm just going to flip through some of these pattern papers that I had picked out from my scrap bin. Some really pretty ones. Of course, I'm not going to use like even a handful of them. I think I only end up picking 3 of them, but I went through my entire bin and just picked these ones out to see, so I could grab from things. And then that 12 by 12 is from a Christmas collection from 2013, and I just really loved the wood grain. It's probably from like a deck or something. So I'm gonna take this really cool corrugated piece of pattern paper in the bright blue and just use it to border my photo. And this is going to help highlight the photo and make your eye go to it because of the brightness. But it's small enough that it's not like, why is there all this blue here for no reason? So that's why I put that there. I am then going to take this yellow from the Maggie Holmes Open Book Collection. I just used this on a layout just earlier this week, and so that was in my scrap bin, and I cut three sides of it, and then just tore the other one for just, you know, some more texture and dimension for the layout. And that is going to be my middle cluster for the banner that I want to use here. I'm now going to just roughly cut out some banners. I didn't use my trimmer once on this layout. I don't think. I did everything by hand, which is very kind of scary for me because that's not something I normally do. I normally really like to use my trimmer, and though I still can't seem to cut my trimmer and make things straight, at least it's the whole thing looks straight to the eye if you're not looking, versus when I try to freehand cut things, there's all these wonky sides and nothing is straight. It's all curved. It's horrible. But you know what? This is more of a fun free-flowing layout that I wanted to do. So I wasn't really worried if it didn't fit 100% the way I wanted it to. I would make it work. So I'm going to pick out 3 pieces from this silver collection that I showed you. I am just in love with this. This is so exciting. And how many pieces that are in this, it was definitely worth the money there. So I grabbed the big silver bow, the doily, and then this hello. And at first I'm really debating about this doily because it's right next to the hello and it's 2 silvers right next to each other. That's a lot. But in the end, you're going to see how I fixed it, and I'm pretty happy with it. And I think with everything else that I added to it, it's not really that noticeable, or does it look funny. So at first I was thinking I was going to use just white banners and then add stuff to them. But as I was working on it, my photo is very the filter I used on Instagram has made it kind of a little bit washed out, maybe is the word. And so the white was just a little too stark and was kind of in your face. So what I decided to do is trim this first piece of pattern paper that I cut into a banner, and I'm going to use the white as a border for that instead of the other way around. And I think it's going to help kind of, it still brings in white and the kind of the element of tracing like I did when I fussy cut that border up top. It's kind of bringing that vibe down to the photo cluster, but it's not in your face. So that's why I'm doing that. I also had this strip here, and I believe that that is from the We Are Memory Keepers collection, and I just can't remember what the collection is called. So I'm going to use that as an element as well. And you can just see that I just skipped out the fact that I did that to the same size with a different piece of pattern paper. And that pattern paper, I believe, is from Carta Bella. Okay, so here's what I'm talking about with my doily. I am trying to decide what color I want to use, if silver is really what I want to do. I'm still not quite sure. I like it. I know I really like it. I add this little frame that has gray in it to kind of help a little bit with maybe doing 3, like so instead of pretending the bow isn't there, that there's 3 pieces of gray silver there, and I think it helps. And then I use the other frame, this white frame that says heart this, to kind of help bring in the fact that I've used white to border the pattern paper. So I then add the white doily there, you see that, and I'm like, no, I like this, and then I'm going to add the silver one back. But before I do that, of course, I'm going to play around with these couple of embellishments that I had. I picked some out and I was just trying to decide what I wanted. In the end, I'm showing you that I picked this button because the blue matched the inside of the frame and the yellow matched the brad at the top. So that was how I kind of decided on those 2 pieces of embellishment for this layout.
So there again, like I said, that silly doily, the silver, and then I'm gonna underneath it put the white. And I think that was the perfect compromise. It's gonna help. Again, it ties in that border kind of feel to the whole layout, which I really love here. And I even tried gold, but that was wrong, 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 wrong. I shouldn't have even attempted that, but that's okay. You gotta try things, right? You don't know until you try. So here I am thinking, and it's going to be magically all put down, and I'm gonna work on my title. I know I wanted to use these wood grain thickers, and I wanted to spell like ready for you or something like that, but I didn't have any Y's. So I just ended up using the hello for part of the title. So it says hello fox, and I put the year 2013 and then just use an asterisk for the third piece again, for the visual triangle effect that you want to use with that. And I'm going to kind of play around with where it goes, and in the end you will see that it actually doesn't even go where you see it at the moment. It's going to go where I put my journaling. And let's see, do I show? Oh yes, I'm going to show you where I want to put my journaling, and then I'm going to put it down at the bottom. I'm just looking for the right pen. And basically I'm just showing you that I'm going to journal down there, and then I need to use a roller date stamp. So I'm just kind of showing you my final little thoughts here. I do use one of those overlay stickers that says documented on my photo, which I really love. I think that was a nice added element there. And I also off camera add one that says I'm thankful for you or because of you. And I am going to come back live and kind of explain the reasoning behind my layout and the added finishing touches, because I do a little bit more embellishing off camera that you're going to see. And I'm just kind of playing around. Again, not exactly sure where I want everything to go, just that I just want it to look pretty. So I will be back live with you in just 1 second. Thanks, guys.
Okay, everyone, so the layout's all done, and I am really happy with the way it turned out. I know I kind of cut out and didn't show you the final pieces, but I just, the whole point of this layout is the story more than the embellishments anyways, and all you missed is I added a sticker here that I cut in half and placed. I cut a thank you, and I did this XOXO, the fox to tie in, and this documented. Really is the only thing you missed. You didn't miss much. There's a couple tabs here, but that's not it. But the story, I just simply wrote kind of like I'm talking to the fox about how if he could only know how much love he's going to receive from Jackson, and how this fox is going to bring so much comfort to him, and when he's teething and he takes it to bed with him, and all of this stuff. So I just kind of wanted to do a, if you were, a real thing, could understand what I was saying, you have so much to look forward to, because I'm documenting this as though I'm telling him in 2013 before Jackson's born. So I loved it. I just kind of wrote about that. I also just kind of wanted to show you. So this is what the fox looks like brand new. And here is the same fox. So as you can see, my little guy, he uses it. It's not as bad as it used to be. He's not teething so much anymore, so he doesn't really chew on the nose, but he's chewed and whatever. That was his soother, and he put a huge hole in his nose, and he's been loved, and he's been washed, and it's just kind of fun, and it just to kind of show you the difference. He's a little bit ragged now, and we actually had to buy a second one, so he now has one at daycare and he has one at home with us. So just kind of something fun to show you. But this is my layout. I did do the banners like I had planned, and I'm really, really happy with the way it turned out. So thanks everyone so much for watching, and I will be back soon. Bye!